Yo, podcasters, check it, we here to thrill. Talking 80s flicks, and ain't gonna drink our fill. Got our brews ice cold, turn the volume up. From Top Gun to Ghostbusters, never get enough. Collaborate and listen to our reminiscing. Back to the Future and the Goonies crew. Pop the top, sit back, got a beer or two. Rock those big hairstyles and neon light craze. 80s tunes in the mix, rocking all our days. Collaborate and listen. All right, we are recording episode 12, Collaborate and Listen. What are we recording today? What do we got going on?
We're doing Fast Times at Ridgemont High, suggested to us a while back by Fred D'Angelo, so shout out to Fred.
I think we got to do like what we did with other people, is that when you listen to this, if you listen to this, shoot us a text. We won't say that we, or maybe in conversation you'll hear that we've done this episode, and I hope that you listen to it. We did this one for you. We wanted to do it as well. I mean, it was a fun one to watch. But shoot us a text, Fred. When you hear this, let us know. We want to make sure our fans out there, people that are requesting and watching. We appreciate you guys.
Yep, and I know he knows because he actually commented on the little preview clip that I put on Facebook.
Oh, nice. Yeah, so he knows it's happening.
And we told him at Super Bowl.
All right, so Fast Times at Ridgemont High today was a good one. Let's just get started with our beer before we do anything else.
We did a lot of talking already.
Yeah, it's actually
before recording.
So we're recording again on a Thursday. I think this one was 2 weeks after our last recording. So trying to get them out regularly, but it is a little bit later than we normally start. Yeah, we were talking, figuring out the next movie, and we're a little bit thirsty. So this first one is going to be another Great Notion beer. We mentioned that I was going to be traveling to Seattle, and so this one did come back from Seattle. I forgot to open it by the microphone. We took off the filter also for this one.
And we have some new hardware. So you might notice that Charlie and I are wearing our microphones. We're not using the conference microphone.
How do we sound? You guys sound good? Yeah. Thumbs up? I hope so. Yeah, we that's also why we took a little bit longer. We had to test the new microphones, see how it sounded, and I hope it's working for this one, or else we're gonna have to record all over. And even if we have to record all over, no problem, because recording involves drinking. Taisha, there's a can for you. Thumb Splitter. This one is a West Coast Pale Ale. Always love the designs. This one's going on my trash can.
Did you look at the ABV yet, or gonna
I did not look. I did not look. All right. Cheers. Oh, so thirsty. That's
good.
It's good. So again, Great Notion. If you remember the last episode, there was Overripe, I think was the one we're like, oh, this is a 9.5, and just love the Great Notion beer. So 2 Great Notion beers we're gonna try. And we got another couple beers from California. All right, I still didn't look at the
ABV. So my guess is I'm gonna go at 6.5.
So this is a West Coast Pale Ale. Just on saying that it's a pale ale, like IPA is normally a little bit higher than the pale ales, but tastes pretty.
Initially, I was gonna say 6, but then it feels like it might have a little bit.
Yeah, I'm overthinking it. Let me try again. I like the smell of it.
Yeah,
and it tastes good. I mean, for a pale ale. I talked about pale ales tasting like ass before, or smelling
or like farts.
Like farts. This one smells good. Okay, I'll say I was thinking 5.5. Probably right in between.
It's probably a 6.
Oh, 5.0. Oh,
all
right. Decent
good
guess
for them.
there. Decent guess. Yeah, they made
it's a 5.0, but it tastes like at least a 6 to me.
Yeah, this one you could drink all day, right? With the alcohol. I mean, it's still 5%, but that's the same as like a White Claw. So
yeah. Definitely not like a OMG or the
Or-
omakase that we're drinking
yeah.
at Super Bowl.
Or the 12% dessert beer that we
Right.
had last time. Okay. So typically when we start out the recordings, we start with fact checks. And I know in the last episode we had a ton of fact checks about Die Hard.
Yeah.
Wildcats one, not too many. In fact, when we came here, I didn't have any fact checks, but I did remember one. And we had talked about the guy Cerullo, who in the movie didn't have that big of a role. He was the guy that like banged his head into the lockers, and he was rude and burping and farting and all that. And I said, "Ah, man, that guy looks familiar." And I think on the last episode we said, I think he's in Nightmare on Elm Street. And we checked, and he is.
Yep.
So we gave it a fact. Then we checked it. That was the fact check.
I think it was because we had so much to look up going back to Die Hard.
We covered.
I actually did a lot of research within Wildcats also. So I think we had like a lot of stuff that we were already solid on.
Yeah. Now, because we didn't have a lot of fact checks, this episode we might be talking a lot more about the movie, and so randomly this one might have more fact checks for our next episode. But yeah, that's cool. Not too much for us to double check. If you heard things from the last episode or said, hey, you guys said something that was wrong, send it to us, 808collaborate@gmail.com. We'll be sure to mention it on air that we missed something. But yeah, as far as what we listened to on our re-listen, I didn't get anything else from that. All right. Well, if there are no more fact checks, I guess it's time for Be Kind.
Rewind.
All right. So today's episode, Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Here's a quick plot overview. So Fast Times at Ridgemont High from 1982 is a coming-of-age comedy drama that follows a group of Southern California high school students navigating life, love, and growing up. The film captures the teenage experience through various characters, including Stacey Hamilton, a freshman, exploring relationships, her brother Brad, dealing with work and independence, and the iconic Jeff Spicoli, a laid-back, perpetually stoned surfer. Themes of teenage rebellion, young love, and the struggles of adolescence make it a cultural touchstone. So this one's a classic.
Yeah.
I guess 1982, I was in like, what is that, 5th, 6th grade?
Yeah.
So
I'm pretty sure I didn't see it in theaters. It was probably a little too racy for my parents to let me.
I was gonna say this was not something I watched in 1982. I think probably more like 8th grade, 9th grade. It feels
definitely when it hit video or cable. But from what I did remember when I watched it, I think I recalled it being more of a comedy, which it is, but there was a lot of drama in it. I guess that I kind of forgot about, just with the stuff that on with the abortion and just the whole
a lot deeper than just kind of what I originally remember the movie, mostly Spicoli lines.
Right.
Like every line that he had in the movie was familiar.
Yeah.
And so that was so known for Spicoli, and of course Phoebe Cates coming out of the pool is one of the top iconic that people always talk about that. Which actually I missed it when I was watching. So last night I did the rewatch, and during the movie I ended up having to go get some. Anyway, I went outside to go grab some luggage. I was just like, okay, I'm just gonna go quickly grab some stuff, and I came back, and then I watched the whole rest of the movie, and I was like, I didn't see that. I didn't see that scene. I did rewind it, but it was funny. You kind of remember that scene. I was like waiting for it, and I was like, wait, where's when they came over and was swimming in the pool? Well, anyway, I didn't miss it. I missed it, but then I did the rewind and watched it again. Okay, so main cast. kind of just mention a few of them in the plot overview, but Sean Penn was Jeff Spicoli, Jennifer Jason Leigh, Stacey Hamilton, Judge Reinhold, Brad Hamilton, Phoebe Cates, Linda Barrett, and then couple of the other, Brian Backer, he was Mark Ratner. Rat. Yeah. Robert Romanus, was Mike Damone.
Yeah.
Ray Walston was Mr. Han. And then Forrest Whitaker. I didn't realize how big Forrest Whitaker was, but he played a big football player in this one. He's Charles Jefferson. And then Nicolas Cage, you may or may not have known this or seen him in the movie, but he is credited in a minor role in Fast Times at Ridgemont High. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, he didn't. He was credited because I tried to look through it when the cast came on, and I didn't see.
So he's credited as Nicholas Coppola.
Oh,
so not
okay.
Nick Cage, but you'll.
Oh, I saw that. That's right. Okay.
You'll see it in the credits. I guess before he changed his name to Nick Cage, Nicholas Coppola would be in the credits for this one. And we did go back. I didn't catch it in the movie. I kind of knew what his role was. He's like Brad's friend, works at the burger place with him.
Yeah, I don't think he even had any. He didn't have a speaking
role.
Not
a speaking role. If you know when it is, you can kind of look for it. I had to go back on YouTube and just search for like Nicolas Cage in Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Yeah, there's a lot of cameos. I mean, even like Forrest Whitaker, he had a fairly big part in it. But Eric Stoltz had a cameo.
Who's Eric Stoltz?
Eric Stoltz in the movie, he was one of Spicoli's friends.
Oh, okay.
And he was the guy that Spicoli was talking to on the phone.
Pick him up in the van.
Yeah, just before Mr. Han came and.
Okay. Well, what else is he in?
Eric Stoltz, in the 80s, he was in Mask, but he was also in Pulp Fiction. He was the drug dealer.
Mask, okay.
Mask.
Yeah.
He played Rocky Dennis.
Great movie. Movie. Great job as Rocky Dennis.
Yeah. He's been in a bunch. I can't think of a lot offhand, but I know he was in a lot of movies. Eric Stoltz was. But so Eric Stoltz, Anthony Edwards was also
Edwards again.
Yeah.
What?
So we should start keeping track because I think this is now like the third movie that he popped up in.
So what was he?
So he was the other friend.
No way.
Yeah.
How would I not recognize him? Okay, now I'm gonna go back and it's gonna be so obvious.
Really young. This might have been like a starting point. I didn't check to see it where this landed. I did watch a lot of interviews with Sean Penn, like how he prepared for it. There was a person that he knew that he used to surf with that was like a real life Spicoli, and that's what he kind of used to channel the character. And yeah, there's some interviews with Sean Penn talking about that.
That's cool. With Spicoli, so maybe we can go a little more Sean Penn Spicoli, but they were saying his character, like if you notice, he was really good at portraying that character, but he didn't want to get typecast in that. And so even at a young age, he knew like that wasn't what he wanted to get typecast and did not take any more roles.
I don't remember seeing him in anything else where he was, anything like that.
Yeah, and it was almost like when I first watched this, or when I watched it back in the 80s, I didn't know who Sean Penn was, right? He was just, I knew he was Jeff Spicoli. And then when you saw some of his other roles and you're like, wait, that was Spicoli? Like so different.
He was in Bad Boys, not the Will Smith and Martin Lawrence, but the 80s Bad Boys, which was I think they were like a detention home or like juvie.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I remember that one. So,
but more known for more serious roles. Definitely not to play anything like Spicoli ever again.
Yeah. So I read that it was that he didn't want to be typecast, and then I also I forget, but yeah, like you said, he did sort of base his character off of someone that was cool and did a great job. They actually wanted him. They also said that he stayed in character.
Oh, really?
Throughout, like that he
channeled it, and he was
channeled
like
it.
living it for a while.
And then Mr. Han, Ray Walston, couldn't stand it. He was it was like it bugged him. He's like why are you acting like that? Like you got like not enough already. And that kind of added to their chemistry or their anti-chemistry almost in the filming that it went on. He was just so annoyed. That was sort of like one of the
that dynamic that they had was great, and the whole ruining his night to get his 8 hours back thing. That was like a. I mean, you were a teacher. You I mean, like, how would you like to have done that to somebody that wasted your time all year?
I don't know if I would waste my time, but it'd be classic. And just his face, Spicoli's face when Han comes in, that whole time he's just like, no.
Like, we're gonna talk about the Constitution. But there was another teacher that so besides Mr. Han, they also had Mr. Vargas.
Yeah.
He was like the science teacher, right?
Yeah.
So he's the one that took them to see the morgue and all of that stuff.
And Spicoli, he's like, "You're not in my class. I am today." Okay, sorry.
But yeah, so that person, his name is Vincent Chevali or Chevelli, and he was in Buckaroo Banzai.
Yeah. Okay. And what else is he in? Because as soon as I saw him, I was like, wow, like why is this guy so familiar?
He was in Ghost.
Yes.
He was the guy that showed him how to move push the coin on the subway.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I reckon. I recognize him from, well, now that you say Buckaroo Banzai, yes. Yeah. But I'm like, where did I recognize him from? It was definitely Ghost that I was thinking of when I watched the movie. Okay, wow, look, this is interesting. It doesn't really have like the picture is not a picture. Okay. This next beer that we're drinking is from Bike Dog Brewing. It's called Dog Years, and it's a West Coast IPA. Here's the interesting, like there's not a picture on. That is the picture. On the back, they have some information, but yeah, cool. Nice, simple. There. Turn the filter off. Enjoy this. We haven't heard that on the recording. So when we're listening, it's gonna be thirsty again. And it sounded good live.
So while you were in Washington and then in Atlanta, I was in Davis visiting Haley.
All right.
And so I picked this up. This was one of the ones I got, and a lot of the beer I got. In fact, I think all the beer that I got was from Trader Joe's. Again. I just tried to pick ones that I didn't get the last time.
I didn't go to Trader Joe's, but I don't think I mentioned this on the podcast, but I did post on social media that there's this place called Craft Beer, CRFT Beer in Seattle. And that place, it's a bottle shop. I mean, like wall to wall beer, and they got like really good beer on tap, maybe like 20 tap handles with all different stuff. And 100% every time I go to Seattle, I'm going to that place. And that's where I picked up. They have the Great Notion beer there, and they have a whole refrigerator filled with other stuff. So that's my Trader Joe's in Seattle. So Trader Joe's in California, and I'll go to Craft Beer. Now, well, here, let's give it a taste here. Cheers again. We didn't eat the pretzel.
Oh yeah. I didn't sip it yet.
Yeah.
We have
give it a bite.
Our neutralizer.
In the last episode, when we're doing the quiz at the end, we just kept eating pretzels. We're talking, sound like this with our mouth full the whole time.
I like the cracker.
Oh. All right, give it a quick cleanse there. Try this again. Good. Oh, we didn't do quaffable on the last one. We'll go back. Okay. Let's.
You want to go back to the last quaffable on the last
Okay,
one?
we'll
first?
do quaffable, then we'll do ABV, and then we'll do quaffable on this one.
Okay. So the thumb splitter, I'll give it a 7.5.
I was gonna say 7. I mean, it's for a West Coast pale ale. Really, really tasty, really good beer. For like the overall, like what I love to drink. 7, still a good score. So it's still a good beer. Definitely not the same as the hazies that we had last time. Okay. ABV on this one.
Well, I was way off on the other one, so I'm gonna go with 6 on this one, and it's probably high.
I was thinking 6.5. I mean, it doesn't taste real big.
Yeah.
So whatever it is, I mean, it is a very smooth beer.
But the other one tasted big, and it was a 5, right?
Yeah, they fooled us on that one. Oh, this one's 7.
Oh,
opposite. It tastes less and
and
has a stronger. Cascade and Citra hops in this one. Your best friend loves this beer. Is there good people deserve good beer? Wow, they got all kinds of slogans on this thing. Bike dog. Interesting. Also, I wonder why or how they got bike dog.
Yeah,
show the counting. And if you look at the top there, there's a little, I don't know, it's a bike dog. It's literally a bike made with a dog. Anyway.
Interesting.
Quaffable scale, 7%. I'm impressed with 7%. They got 7% to taste.
Yeah, and it was really smooth. I quaffable, I would give it I'd probably give it an 8.
I'll go 7.5, 8. Yeah, it's good.
Smooth,
again.
Yep.
Not the hazy, but for IPAs, like it's a really, really good, easy drinking IPA. And at 7%, they packed a lot in there for tasting that way. All right. How old do you think? So in Wildcats, so we watched some high school stuff. In Wildcats, we said Woody Harrelson and Wesley Snipes, they were like 23, 24 years old, all a little bit older. In this movie, in general, do you think, like, or I guess we'll just kind of like let's talk a little bit ages of the different.
I think
characters.
they're probably, a lot of them are probably like in their early 20s, if that.
Which
like
usually, right? Like
early 20s, yeah. If this was a launching point for some of their careers, because a lot of these guys went on to be in I mean, they're just with Stacy, Jennifer, what is it? Jennifer Jason Leigh.
Yeah.
She was in Single White Female.
That's what I remember. That's what I remember her the most from. Other than this. Okay, well, I guess out of all of the main Spicoli, Stacy, Brad, Linda, Rat, and Mike Damone, who do you think's the oldest out of all of them?
I think it could be just because of his character, but my guess would be Mike Damone.
Right. He acts the oldest.
Yeah.
Like he kind of, and he does it. He looks a little bit older, but yeah, he was 25. So 25 was the oldest as far as like all of the students. Who looked the youngest?
The person that looked the youngest was also portrayed as the young. Well, to me, would be Stacey Hamilton, Jennifer Jason Leigh's character.
Yeah. Now, they had her naked having sex in the movie. So if she was actually 15, this would not like they would it would not be good. So
Yeah.
we know that she was at least 18. She was the youngest. Oh, she actually wasn't the youngest, but she was 19 years old during filming. So
Who was the young? Was it Rat?
nope. Phoebe Cates.
Really?
Phoebe Cates was a very
Mature 18.
mature looking 18-year-old. And then actually Nick Cage was 17 in the filming, but not
That's why he didn't talk.
one of the main characters or had sex, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, Phoebe Cates 18, Jennifer Jason Leigh 19. Sean Penn was 21. Young 21. And then Brad Judge Reinhold was 24, and Rat was 24 as well. Forrest Whitaker was only 20. I have his age in here too. Forrest Whitaker was 20 years old.
That's pretty interesting. I mean, like, Forrest Whitaker probably went on to, well, I take that back. Sean Penn probably has the biggest career out of all of these people.
So I remember I mentioned this before, and I talked to my brother how in this movie that award-winning actors. So Forrest Whitaker,
yep,
Sean Penn, and Nicolas Cage, if you can count Nicolas Cage,
yeah,
were all Academy Award winners. Like they all have major, like that's like that's hard to get one of those awards. And you had three people so early in their careers. And I mean, the acting was not great in this. When you're watching it now, it's like, oh, like these are your best actors. But
so I would say something that wouldn't get a credit as a actor, but should be credited as the setting. And that was the Sherman Oaks Galleria, which was the mall where, like, they worked there.
yeah,
they showed a lot of that. That was like a lot of their
yeah, they actually
they
filmed
showed after school,
and they did film. Filmed in that mall. Yeah.
And so I was watching something last night, and they were mentioning that it seems so nostalgic that it looks like the mall that they used in Stranger Things. And then when I looked at it, I was like, yeah, it kind of does look like the mall that they used. It might have been. I don't know.
Yeah. What if it was like the mall, like Weird Science and all of these.
So that, and then I think one of the other people we didn't really mention, she actually went on to be in a few other movies too, is Amanda Weiss, or Weiss. She played Brad's girlfriend, Lisa. And she was also in Nightmare on Elm Street, and she was in Better Off Dead.
The original Nightmare on Elm Street?
The original Nightmare on Elm Street, yeah. She's the one that gets thrashed. Oh. She's the first one to die, I think.
Nightmare on Elm Street is one that I did watch that quite a bit.
Yeah.
Growing up. So was it Johnny Depp? Now we got
Johnny Depp was in there.
And we got Cerulo.
Yep.
And we got Brad's girlfriend. But yeah, she had a bigger role than Nick Cage did in this movie. Yeah. She actually had some speaking roles. And
I mean, even in the 80s, there was a lot of, so like Judge Reinhold was in, like we were talking about this earlier, but he was in Beverly Hills Cop. I think he was in a couple other movies.
That's what he's best. He's best known for Beverly Hills Cop, which we'll do Beverly Hills Cop. That was so good.
Yeah.
But okay, back to just a little bit with Sean Penn. So his awards include Best Actor. So Academy Awards, Best Actor twice. It's unreal. Like Jeff Spicoli, went on to win Best Actor twice for Mystic River in 2003 and Milk in 2008. I never heard of Milk.
Milk was it was based on a true story, so he was playing a real life person.
Was there what was there a movie where he played somebody with Down syndrome or a daughter with Down syndrome? I remember it being like super dramatic and just so not Spicoli. And then
Yeah, they talk about it in Tropic Thunder.
oh yeah,
He went home with no awards. I think he was the one that had some kind of disability.
So he Golden Globe also for Mystic River, and then Cannes Film Festival Best Actor for She's So Lovely, 1997. So a few awards for Sean Penn. Forrest Whitaker, Academy Award Best Actor for The Last King of Scotland, which also won Golden Globe and another award. So it looks like that's his biggest movie. I haven't heard of The Last King of Scotland. You ever hear of that one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We won't be reviewing that one. It's from 2006, but might be something to watch outside of the podcast. And then, this is a great movie. Nick Cage. Do you know what movie he won an award for? He's been in a lot of movies,
Man. Raising Arizona.
1995, Raising Arizona. He acted his butt off in that one. Yeah. 1995. I will say, Bruno Mars was also in this movie as a Elvis impersonator back in the day. And he was also in Hawaii. Oh no, I'm thinking of a different movie. That was what? This is the one Leaving Las Vegas. This is the one he was like drunk. Yeah, he
with Elizabeth Shue.
Yeah. Oh, what is the one I'm thinking of? Honeymoon in Vegas is the one that I'm thinking about. But Nick Cage was in Honeymoon in Vegas.
He was in so many movies. There was
so he had his honeymoon and then he was leaving Las Vegas.
He was in Peggy Sue Got Married.
Face Off was a good one. Con Air, we talked about.
Yeah.
McKelty was in Con Air. We mentioned that on the last episode. Yeah, you could do that. Kevin Bacon, 5 Degrees to Kevin Bacon. You could do Nick Cage for a bunch of those. I don't know. I don't remember the names and things of a lot of movies, and that was I just named more Nick Cage movies than I could do for probably anybody else.
That was 6 Degrees to Kevin Bacon. I used to play that pretty religiously.
See, I didn't even know how many degrees it was. I only give you 5. You never needed 6. You should just play 3 degrees. But yeah, Leaving Las Vegas, I do remember. He was an alcoholic in that movie.
Yeah, he was a really bad.
That
was his. He wanted to die drinking. Basically, that was his goal.
Okay, so one more thing that I looked up, talking about awards and like movies that have a lot of Academy Award winners. So, number one movie, this might be a fact check. Number one movie or movie that has the most Academy Award winners, Academy Award actors. So not winners, not like best director, best anything, but just people that have won Academy Awards in their cast. So cast with the most Academy Award winners. And when you hear the name of the movie, you're like, oh, okay, it's later in their careers. This movie is from 2010. And I will name
I'm thinking it's got to be something with a big ensemble cast that
Yes. Okay, so Robert De Niro is in it. He won for Raging Bull and The Godfather.
Okay.
Al Pacino is in it.
Heat?
Nope. Scent of a Woman.
Wait.
So Morgan Freeman is in it. Anthony Hopkins. Sylvester Stallone. Charlize Theron.
Jeez, they were all like main character. They just had cameos in the
Helen Mirren. These were not even all of the main, not all the main actors. So those were the Academy Award winners. Other people that was in Arnold Schwarzenegger. What's his name? The the guy that he was in like Fast and Furious, like the later ones where he plays the bad guy in that.
Jason Statham.
Jason Statham,
yeah.
yeah. He's also in this. I think he is. It's the Expendables.
Oh, okay.
Right? Statham, right there. Is that?
Yeah.
Did I name everybody correctly? Schwarzenegger. I didn't look up anybody else, but I do remember ensemble cast of like all older.
Yeah.
But I don't remember Robert De Niro in there or Al Pacino. But
me either.
So I don't know. This is Chat GPT, so maybe she was lying to us on this. So fact check.
She was drinking.
we got some fact checks to do next time.
But it doesn't surprise me that they might have had like some kind of cameo.
Like what this movie is. I mean, if we can credit Nick Cage for being in Fast Times at Ridgemont High, I'm pretty sure these guys were in there somewhere. All right, we are on to number 3. So we're gonna go back to a Great Notion beer here. Now this one, this one I'm a little worried about. So it is Children of the Corn. It's a lager.
Is that in the 80s? I think that was another 80s movie.
Could be. So Children of the Corn lager. So it is a corn lager. Now, remember our Kalihi beer that we tried? And we guessed it wrong. And it was a lager. And we're like, oh, it tastes like it has like some kind of lime. Or like, what the hell's in here?
Is that the one we were trying to think what the gross was? Or not?
We thought it was
we
thought it was a Kolsch,
yeah.
But just warning. This might be, it might have copied this, I think. Nope. I didn't open it by the microphone, but hopefully.
I'm sure we're going to hear it. Thankfully, we don't have any sirens going up the street.
Yeah.
And Lucy hasn't been barking.
Yeah, so far it's been a pretty good. Maybe if we record at the same later time.
Yeah.
So, again, there's
a Grim Reaper? Well, yeah, I guess because
Children of the Corn, yeah. He's got a little sick.
I want to. It was in the 80s.
Children of the Corn.
Movie scared the hell out of me. It was definitely made me not want to drive like
through fields
on the. Yeah.
See, this is okay. So, expecting this to not taste like anything we are gonna love, but it's a great notion. So we'll see.
Yep.
Okay.
I taste the lime.
There's lime in it, right? Yeah. So the other one, that's drinkable.
Yeah.
I wouldn't, if I had to guess if that was a lager, I might not. Same thing, right? I might not guess that that's a lager. But it also has chili in it.
Oh.
Does it take? You can taste it. I've had beer with.
I just saw the lime on the can. So
no. So this is a corn lager with lime and chili. Oh, and ABV. I didn't before I started looking around on there. It's a lager, so it's not gonna be 7, 8. I'm sure. So regular. Oh, the Kalihi beer, I do remember it was higher. It was like 5 point something. We're like, oh, that gave it a little bonus as a lager.
I want to say 5.5 ABV. That's my guess.
See, it's a lager. I'm gonna go for Coors Light is 4.2, higher than that, but not quite. I'd say 4.6. It is 5.1. Yeah, right in between.
Yep,
not bad. I wouldn't expect the lager to be higher than the.
It almost tastes like apple. Maybe it's the lime mixed with the chili, but it almost tastes like there's apple in it.
The chili is interesting. It's not spicy, but it's leaving like just the aftertaste of like a little bit of heat. I don't even want to call it heat though, but it's just I like the chili. The lime and the beer, it's all right. Sorry, Kalihi beer though. This is better than the Kalihi
Yeah.
beer. Yeah, the chili is good. It's just that little something at the end. It like you drink it, you don't taste it, and then it leaves a little at the end.
When we did the Kalihi beer, it wasn't the last movie, right? It was the movie before.
Yeah.
So we didn't have the pretzel yet. So we could have.
That might have been.
It could have been. Yeah. We didn't neutralize our palate.
Yeah, we could do this again with pretzels, except we don't have corn lager from Great Notion. We could get Kalihi beer again, but that's okay. One day we'll go to Kalihi beer to the brewery and give it another chance there.
So we've talked about some things we're planning on doing in the future. We're gonna do try and do a few different Japanese beers. I brought back Orion from California. My wife actually pointed it out because she had never seen the can before. I had never seen the can before, and then when I showed you, you said you never saw.
No,
it was a wheat. I actually tasted it last night, and it was pretty good. But I was thinking when we do our Japan tour of beers, maybe we should do like Gung Ho.
The movie Gung Ho.
We'll do Gung Ho.
Yeah, we'll theme that up. We'll get that going soon.
Could do that, or you could even do like Karate Kid 2.
I saw
filmed here,
yeah.
But the intent was that it was in Okinawa. So
yeah, we talked about Karate Kid 2. I did see it is available on Netflix. So, this Fast Times at Ridgemont High was not available for free. I looked again on YouTube. I tried to find it. So I don't know how many people are going to do the rewatch with us. So every once in a while, we're going to do a movie that you'll need to pay for or that goes through that. But we're going to, for the most part, what we're trying to do now, and for our next movie, we found a platform for people, like it'll be on Netflix.
Yeah.
And we're going to try and do some movies in a row now where people can actually watch it with us without having to pay for stuff.
Yeah, the objective is to be able to watch it for free. And it was in the 80s, so you shouldn't have to pay for it if it was in the 80s.
Yeah.
And some of you might have the DVDs of these and can rewatch it. I don't even have a DVD player in my house.
So. I don't know about even DVDs.
Yeah.
Right. You have to have cassette tapes. You have to have VHS.
Yeah, VHS.
And for me, if you're going 80s, it's a Betamax, and you definitely don't have things to play Betamax tapes anymore. I do have some VHS tapes. You know how you mentioned having the movie with like 3 movies on one tape?
The blank tapes.
I do. I have a box. It's up in my son's closet, and it has a few movies on there that's random. They're not even like old movies from the 80s, but yeah, it was funny that everybody had these cassette tapes, these VHS
that was like
tapes.
The thing to do, right? Just record it so you could watch it again.
Yeah, and you would have to rewind it. And then the cool thing about these tapes is that you could actually hold the rewind button and do just like we do with the streaming services now. Is like you couldn't rewind like at 4 times speed like you do now, but you could actually, I don't know if you knew that, but you could actually hold the rewind button while it was playing and watch it go backwards.
Yeah.
And then I know we did that to like rewatch certain parts of movies, and then you watch it and rewind it. We might have done that with Fast Times at Ridgemont High with Phoebe Cates getting out of the pool. Let's watch it, rewind it. Yeah.
Like certain parts of the tape that you have recorded is a little granulated or just because it was overwatched.
Now, have you ever had a tape break?
I don't think so.
So, okay, have you ever had a tape get stuck in the machine?
I'm trying to, I can't remember if it was in the VHS. I definitely know I had it happen with a cassette tape.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Like audio, definitely. Yeah.
So I've run into tapes getting caught in like the whole screen starts going and you're like, oh no, you stop it, and then you hit eject, and then all the tape is all stuck in there and you're trying to pull it out. But we did end up breaking one of our tapes, and it was one of our own. It wasn't like Blockbuster or anything. But I remember putting Scotch tape on it and then rewind and VHS, it wasn't as easy to move the tape like a cassette tape. You just got your pencil and start spinning. Yeah. So I remember having to sort of like move it just to get it. I didn't want to put it in and have it, but it worked. Like it would. We put enough tape on it, I think just on one side of the tape. So it wasn't like wrapped around on there. It was just like on one side of the tape, and it fixed it. And I wish I remembered like what movie it was. Maybe my brother, if he's listening, he might remember us doing that, or even like what movie that was. But here, we'll do another one. So Chad, if you're listening, give me a text if you hear this. That was one we did with other people. If you're listening, give me a text. Say, hey, thanks for the shout out. I did call him a super fan last time. Oh, super fans. We need a name for super fans, but like just for people that listen, could we go with like just collaborators?
That was
right.
I think that's what I said in my clip. I said, "What's up, fellow
collaborators?" That's.
Yeah.
So if you're listening, if you're collaborating with us, collaborators is you're now known as collaborators, and we appreciate you all.
Just make sure you hit the subscribe and
we don't know. We don't have enough. If you're not subscribing or liking on YouTube, you can hit the subscribe to our channel on YouTube. I subscribe with my personal account, like not the collaborate and listen account. And when the new episodes come out, like it pops up to the top of my screen. I'm like, oh, there it is. And it's like, for me, it's fun. And even on Spotify, it's not that easy for me. I don't see it pop up like there's a little dot, I think, when a new episode is released. But on YouTube, it pops up to the front. So we're on YouTube, we're on Spotify. We'll soon try and get onto like Apple Podcasts or like some of the other services. But right now, YouTube or Spotify. If you're on either one, or if you want to try the other, YouTube's been a pretty cool one to watch it on because it's just available everywhere.
Yeah.
A little bit more available than Spotify for a lot of people.
But just thinking about like other podcasts that we've talked about that we both listened to. Did you hear that What School You Went?
I haven't gone on for a bit.
So my mom told me that it's going away. Like
they were replaying like it was always like replay again, replay.
Then maybe they're just running out of
too bad. It was good with all just kind of local people. My classmate John Baracchio, or he's a year older, but he was the pest control guy. I don't know if you listened to that one.
Yeah.
He's from Marino. Yeah, he sang the Marino.
That was part of it, right? You sing your alma mater.
He sang your alma mater. He sang the whole alma mater. I was like singing along with him. He actually has a very talented family, and listen to them go play music. Anyway, they're super talented. But John Baracchio is class of '88 Marino, and I listened to him on What School You Went. That was one of the last ones I listened to. Yeah, but I did not hear that they're. Too bad. That's a good one. Yeah. Like just to learn about Hawaii and. All right. Okay. Well, any more? Spicoli. So some of his quotes, I wrote down some of the things. I said like every time he said something, it was like those were famous quotes that we all just kind of repeated or said offhand without me like reading through any Jeff Spicoli quotes that pop out at you. Oh, excuse me.
I just watched this again last night too. So the most popular one I think is all I need is some what's it?
Tasty waves.
Tasty waves and
So
Some
I have that. Yeah, all I need is are some tasty waves, a cool buzz, and I'm
cool
fine.
buzz. That's what it is. Yeah.
Hey bud, let's party. That I thought was the most iconic. This is U.S. history. He's like when he's coming into the class, and he's like, "Where are you sure you're in the right place?" Like, this is U.S. history. I see the globe right there. I remember this one when they crashed the car, and he's like, "Relax. My old man's a television repairman.
I can fix it.
He's got an ultimate set of tools.
Yeah.
I can fix it." And then he's like, "No." Then he looks outside.
Yeah,
I can fix it. Oh, but then and then I remember the brother. He's just like, "Oh, my brother's gonna kill us. My brother's gonna kill us."
That was probably like the most genius thing that they could have done.
You would
Just
not
trash
think.
it and trash it and then make it like it was the opposing team.
And then when Whitaker comes out of the school and he sees the car there, and you just see like Spicoli's face. It's so classy. He's just like, "Is this gonna work? Like, please work, please work." Yeah, that was good. All right, that I think is all I had from the movie. I
A
did.
bunch of music. There's some good music in there.
They have a
couple go-go songs.
So I do have a quiz. I don't.
Oh, okay.
I did not. I did not. We don't. It's not. We won't have music on the quiz. But so for this one, I created the quiz, and I asked ChatGPT to create the answers separate. So we are both going to be doing this quiz together.
Okay.
I didn't have the answers. I don't
Just
know.
so you guys know, Charlie never tells me that there's quizzes coming, but I kind of I enjoy
look
them,
forward
so
to it.
I'm looking forward to it.
So the quiz for this one. So speaking of Go-Go's, I said, wow. So Go-Go's was the opening song, right?
Yeah.
And it kind of set the mood. And so we talked even last time when we had music on, we had Susanna Hoffs. Yeah. And then we're saying like, okay, what group was she from? And so we got the Go-Go's and we got the Bangles and we got, and I'm like, oh, they sound the same. And so this one is like songs related to the Go-Go's or in that genre. And the quiz is I just asked it to create quiz about that genre. So we're going to have to choose like some songs that are either Bangles, Go-Go's. I think B-52s was in there. I saw the questions. I didn't get the answers. But we got that quiz going on. Let's finish up this beer. We'll get to the next beer, and then we'll start the quiz, and that'll kind of wrap it up for us. And then we'll tell you guys what movie we're doing next.
Did we ever say where we got the Be Kind Rewind line? I don't know if we ever said it. So it was from back when there was Blockbuster Video. That was one of the things that they ask is that you rewind the tape before you bring it back. That was their thing was Be Kind Rewind.
They had stickers.
Yeah.
They put stickers on the cassettes.
So I actually had a rewinder. So
I did too.
So you didn't have to put it because it supposedly it could affect the head.
Shorten the life.
Yeah, in your VCR.
Oh, shorten the life. I did. I had a rewinder. You put it in, close it, and
it's just a little bit bigger than the tape itself.
Oh, yeah, that brings back some memories. Okay. This is Pizza Port Brewing Company. Again, if you guys remember last week, we did a Pizza Port Brewing. And if you don't remember, it was the one where the beer didn't open. And we had to.
Yeah. Hopefully this one does.
We had to go MacGyver it. Oh, I can see the.
Oh, I have a flathead screwdriver in case it doesn't go.
Okay. Oh, let me put this by the. It opened. It opened. Good beer brings good cheer. Wait, what did good people deserve good beer? Good beer brings good cheer. Oh, listen to that.
This was a
Yep.
I'm assuming winter
George bought
cabin,
this
so
one.
it was intended to be like
A winter
for a
beer.
winter beer. Yeah.
Yeah, we did drink the Christmas Rubens, the Christmas Crikey last time.
Yeah.
That was a good experience. So winter cabin. This one's an IPA. So we saved the IPA for last. Oh, we gotta. So we did a West Coast Pale Ale. The thumb splitter was a West Coast Pale Ale. Then we did West Coast. Oh, we did IPA, but West Coast IPA, and then the lager. And this one is a regular IPA. All right. So good beer brings good cheer. Pizza Port Brewing.
Winter cabin on there.
All right, very good. Let me a little pretzel. Well, cheers.
Cheers.
Mm. Tastes like pretzel. Wait, let me swallow the pretzel. Another good beer. Success. Yeah. We had 4 very quaffable beers. Yeah. Nothing with the bad aftertaste. Might be the pretzels. The pretzels might be saving us. Mixing all these different flavors. All right. This one tastes a little bigger. This is probably the biggest. I forget what all of them were. Did we get anything?
I don't think we had anything above 6.5. Huh?
Okay, 6.1 was that lager. Oh, 7 for dog years. That's right. And then the thumb splitter was 5, I think. Yeah.
I'm gonna go with 7 on this one.
Yeah,
too.
This one's got to be close to that. I'll go 7.1 just to be different. It is 7. 7.0. Good guess. Yeah, this one has a little bit, well, as an IPA, a little bit more bitters. Definitely, it is pretty bitter, but still pretty smooth for a 7 too. Yeah. It's good. Yeah. Winter cabin. Look, they got this guy's like, is he surfing?
Yeah.
All right, I don't know. Maybe there's an avalanche, cause a big wave in their little lake there. They got bears across the street from them. They got all kind of stuff happening. It's like a Where's Waldo picture there.
Find the penguin.
Yeah. All right, let me move up. Oh. All right, we're gonna go with the quiz. Now I have the answers separate from here. So we're gonna go through, we're gonna answer, we're gonna agree, and then we'll go check the answers after. Oh, yeah. So oh, there we go. All right, let's go into, let's make sure it's showing there. Yep. Okay. Which band performed the hit song Our Lips Are Sealed? A, the Bangles. B, the B-52s. C, the Go-Go's. D, Blondie. A lot of the answer choices are going to be the same of these, but anyway, Our Lips Are Sealed, the Bangles, B-52s, Go-Go's, or Blondie.
I'm going with the Go-Go's. I think it's
Our Lips Are Sealed. I don't know. See, it could be the Bangles.
Belinda Carlisle, I think, and she was in the Go-Go's.
Like you can remember.
She was a lead singer in the Go-Go's.
Yeah, but you can remember her singing. Like you can hear. All right. Well, I'm not. It's not Blondie, and it's not the B-52s. No. But I think I might say the Bangles or the Go-Go's for every. Okay. Well, we don't have to go through the whole thing. I have the answers, and I made them like really. Okay, so here we have. So you guys, I don't know if you can see that, but so I made it big. I covered it. So answer key, I can go down one at a time. All right. So number 1,
C.
The answer is C.
The Go-Go's.
The Go-Go's. All right. I know maybe not as fun. I love listening to the songs when I re-listen to the other ones.
But I have to check that too, though. I'm pretty sure Belinda Carlisle was the lead on the Go-Go's.
I'm pretty sure. Okay, I thought I can switch it from there, but all right.
There you go.
Which of these songs is a hit by the Bangles? Okay, we Rome, Manic Monday, Love Shack, or Walking on Sunshine. Okay, Love Shack is B-52s.
Yeah.
Manic
Manic
Monday.
Monday is the Bangles. I don't
We
know.
we
I'm just
did
trying
that.
to think if the other one.
We did Manic Monday
Yeah.
in last week's thing.
Yeah.
So Rome or Walking on Sunshine.
I think Walking on Sunshine is
Like if it's the Walking on
different-
Sunshine I'm thinking about is okay. I'm gonna say Rome just because I feel
it's
like
Manic Monday.
this.
Manic Monday is by the Bangles.
Oh, we just said that last. Okay, we just said that, but I don't. Yeah, I don't know Rome. Okay, Manic Monday B is the correct answer. This is why we don't quiz me every week and we quiz you because I'm an idiot when it comes to this kind of stuff. All right, number 3. Which band is known for their quirky, and energetic hit "Rock Lobster"? This one I know.
Is everybody seeing this?
They are able to see.
Okay, so I gotta give them time before I say.
Yeah, so
See the
so
B-52s.
the Go-Go's, the Bangles, the B-52s, or Blondie, Rock Lobster. I mean, with a male person singing part of that song.
This is perfect that Brother Fred suggested Fast Times at Ridgemont High to us because I'm pretty sure I heard him sing this song in karaoke too.
That is true. I think so. The correct answer, C, the B-52s. All right. Eternal Flame. Was this part of our quiz last week? I don't remember.
I don't know, but I know that's the Bangles.
The Go-Go's, B-52s, the Bangles, or Heart. We got a new person
player.
a new player in the choices that did not get chosen.
I'm trying to think who sang Rome still yet.
Can you think of the song? I don't even know what the song. All right, we'll
maybe I'll get it before the end of the quiz.
maybe, or else we have something
it'll
else
be
to fact check.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, Belinda Carlisle. Speaking of Belinda Carlisle, was the lead singer of which band before her solo career? Well, we've said it about 4 times during this quiz already. Oh, you know what? ChatGPT is wrong on this. Look, they gave the answer as the Go-Go's.
Yeah, that's it. It is the Go-Go's.
I'm thinking B-52s. Oh, wait, how much? What percent was this?
7.
7 too many. All right, my bad. Oh, for people that are listening, or if I did not already say this, Belinda Carlisle was the lead singer of which band before her solo career? The Bangles, the Go-Go's, the B-52s, or Blondie? The correct answer we already said was the Go-Go's.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, this is probably pretty easy too. But which of these songs was not recorded by the B-52s? Love Shack, Walk Like an Egyptian, Rome, or Private Idaho?
So I guess the B-52 sang Rome because they did not sing Walk Like an Egyptian. That was the Bangles.
And they also sang Private Idaho then. All right. Well, there we go. We fact is checked.
There's also a movie with Keanu Reeves and Cameron Diaz, My Own Private Idaho.
I wonder what
We're probably not going to watch that though.
Yeah. I never heard of Private Idaho or like what that even means. All right. Which of these artists had a solo career with the hit song Heaven is a Place on Earth? Is that the song that we played?
I don't know, but I know that this was
Okay. A, Susanna Hoffs. B, Belinda Carlisle. C, Debbie Harry. Welcome to the game. And C, Kate Pearson. They must be like part of the Go-Go's.
Well, Debbie Harry was the lead singer for the Blondie.
Okay.
Susanna Hoffs is the Bangles. This song was sung by Belinda Carlisle. I don't know who Katie Pearson is though. Maybe she's
B-52s.
Oh yeah, maybe B-52s. Yeah.
All right. So the correct answer, Heaven is a Place on Earth, sung by Belinda Carlisle. All right. We got 10 questions, 3 more. Question number 8. Call Me was a major hit for which band? The Go-Go's, Blondie, the Bangles, or D, the B-52s?
B. Blondie.
I think it was Jessie J, or is that Call Me Maybe? Or that's not the 80s. Call me. Oh, that was Blondie. Blondie's on the board.
And Blondie.
Singing for Blondie. All right, very good. 2 more. Not Call Me Maybe. Call Me Maybe, on a side note, was a very catchy song. It got so popular.
It came right when the Olympics are coming out.
Yeah, I remember they did the swimmers. Yeah. I remember that. I remember the swimmers are on the plane or something. All right, which band's album was titled Cosmic Thing? This I don't know. The Go-Go's, B, the Bangles, C, the B-52s, or, as you can guess by now, D is Blondie.
I'm pretty sure it was the B-52s.
That's what I would.
I mean, that'd be a guess.
If I had to guess, not I do have to guess. So that is what I would guess as well. And let's see here. It is the B-52s. They probably had like one album that had like every song that we've heard here.
Maybe 2.
But they're killing it at karaoke though.
Oh, yeah.
Like if we're gonna say like how many karaoke songs have you heard from any of these groups? I'm sure you've all heard Love Shack more than any of the Go-Go's, Bangles, or Blondie songs. So killing it, beef. Not what I listened to in the 80s. I listened to more of everybody else. But,
80s rap.
But for karaoke, you guys are killing it. All right, Susanna Hoffs was a founding member of which band? Go-Go's, Bangles, B-52s, Blondie. Man, we said all this stuff. All right, so Bangles, Susanna Hoffs, thank you. All right, stop presenting there. All right, well.
Good quiz.
Yeah, it was a quick, easy one. I just asked ChatGPT to create something. It was based off of, the Go-Go's was on there. And I like when I do hear the songs, they are very familiar. You have these kind of girl bands. It's good stuff. What movie are we doing?
What did we agree on? Silverado?
Silverado. So, we looked.
Our first Western.
All kinds of people in this one. We looked at what was available. This one is available on Netflix. So I know most people have Netflix.
Yep. So you can watch this along with us or
after or
recall with us.
But George was naming earlier, we're saying, let's do the movie, and he was naming all kinds of people that were in this. I saw some of the main characters, but this one's filled like ensemble cast, not all Academy Award winners. Yeah. But some pretty big
there's a lot of nominees in here.
some pretty big names. One of the names as far as that I recognized the most or being in a lot of stuff was Kevin Costner.
Yep. So Kevin Costner, Scott Glenn, who was also in The Right Stuff. Who else was in this? Danny Glover, Brian Dennehy, Angela Bassett, Jeff Goldblum. He's been in a couple that we've.
So he's only been in Buckaroo Banzai that we've reviewed.
Oh, maybe that. Yeah.
Right, so far. But it won't be his last.
Yep. More popular now with Jurassic Park. But
The Fly
was in The Fly.
The Fly was my favorite Jeff Goldblum movie.
He was in Earth Girls Are Easy.
Who else was in Earth Girls Are Easy? That
Gina Davis.
Yeah, Gina Davis. Okay, that's all I was thinking of.
I want to say Damon Wayans and Jim Carrey were also in it.
I wonder if that
They were the
was
aliens.
I wonder if that was after they were already doing In Living Color, or did they meet each other maybe from this to bring?
Yeah, that'd be a good question. But I think all three of them were playing aliens, and Gina Davis was one of the female humans.
Yeah, that would be interesting to know, like if Jim Carrey
Like
made it onto In Living Color,
yeah,
because maybe from this movie that they had a relationship. I know we've been talking about like from Weird Science to National Lampoon's Vacation, and just how rusty, like how people from one director is like, oh, I like this person, and then you're in multiple movies. And
oh, speaking of directors, good thing you mentioned that. So the Fast Times at Ridgemont High was directed by Amy Heckerling, and I'm not sure if this was her first one, but it was one of her first.
Mm-hmm.
And she did a bunch.
One of my favorite, Clueless was one of hers. That was a good movie.
And another one with Alicia Silverstone. She did Vamps. She also did National Lampoon European Vacation.
That is in my top 5. That's not even like maybe top 10. Like that's a top 5 movie for me. We'll have to do that one. We'll find the streaming service, and then we'll have to do that one.
Yeah. And speaking of future movies, like another one that we've been talking about doing is Three Amigos, and we could also. So I think it's one of the local breweries. They have a beer called El Guapo, which is the bad guy in Three Amigos.
Okay.
And they even have a picture of him on the can.
That's right. So definitely.
Yeah, is Molly Brewing?
No, it's fact check. Yeah. But Honolulu Beer Works.
Yeah, I think that
might be. But we did talk before about possibly recording our Wildcats episode at Side Street.
Yeah.
We'll have to do an episode soon. I think one of our next few episodes we'll schedule something and we'll do it at Side Street.
Yeah.
But it would have
been crazy at the Super Bowl day, especially because you were emceeing the the whole event. Actually, you were emceeing.
It was and so speaking of the Super Bowl event, it was fun. Like, it was very successful. My wife again is an Eagles fan. Eagles won.
Yeah,
it's very good.
I am not a Chiefs fan, so I won.
Yeah, we went there saying that the Falcons were guaranteed not to lose. Not to lose. We were already not going to be losers that day, and that was a win in itself. But speaking of Atlanta, I did just go to Atlanta for a work trip, and I was able to visit Mercedes-Benz Stadium, and that place is amazing. We will go to an Atlanta game there, and just a super cool place to go visit. And I went on a tour, got some pictures from the locker rooms and stuff, and not just the locker rooms, but from all over. Very cool stadium and very fun to visit Atlanta when that's your team. All right, we got a bonus. We probably won't stay around and drink this whole beer together, but we're gonna have one more dessert beer, Decadent. This is a double chocolate chunk oatmeal raisin cookie beer.
Oh, it's healthy too.
it's oatmeal. Remember, eat your oatmeal, kids.
Yep.
I'm not gonna look at much more on what the percentage is or anything, but bonus. Normally we do 4. Last time we did 5 because we did the Japanese melon beer.
The melon one.
But this one I brought as an extra. So again, you can check out the artwork. You can see the APV, then you'll know it before us. It's probably some kind of a porter or stout. Again, I'm assuming.
There's fiber in it because there's oats. So.
All right. Oh,
Whoa.
oh, soy sauce. This is the darkest. Whoa. All right. Here's look. Oh, it looks like a Guinness almost.
Yeah.
Like it's still taking time like to settle there. All right. Oh, I gotta look. I poured my. I gotta. I'm gonna get like a chocolate milk, chocolate milk mustache. I'm gonna get a mustache from drinking this
mocha with the crema on top.
Oh, it does smell good. Tastes like dessert. I don't remember what the last one. I don't remember what the last one that we drank tastes like, but pretty good. I don't know if we can do quaffable scales on this.
Yeah.
The dessert beers are just like, you just drink them. All right.
I'm gonna guess.
Okay, let me start. It says double chocolate chunk oatmeal raisin cookie. I'm thinking I'm thinking that like double is a hint.
Imperial level
is a hint for.
So I'm gonna say 9.
Yeah, this is. I mean, it can't be 12 like the last one, but I'll go 10. Like this is. This is not your kid's beer. All right, let's see. It is an imperial stout, so it's a stout. Oh shoot, here we go. 11.8%. Man, these things are wicked. It's so decadent. All right, double.
Like there's plum in there too, almost.
We better have some pretzels after this.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Silverado.
Yep, Silverado.
Next movie.
Great movie. One of my favorite westerns.
It's a movie that I don't think I've ever watched, so it'll be a first time for me. But I'm traveling to Japan. You're traveling.
I'm going to San Diego.
San Diego. I'm hoping we'll bring back more beers for travel.
Yeah,
beers.
And what I think the hotel I'm staying at is really close to Modern Times, which you
love. Modern
Modern
Times. Love Modern Times.
So I'll definitely try and get some beer from them.
Yeah. So we got beer content coming back with us. We'll hopefully record again in a couple of weeks and continue to crank stuff out. I'll get this one posted. I leave in 3 days. I'll get this one out before that. We'll finish this offline, but appreciate everyone, our collaborators.
Yep.
Give a last cheers here. All right.
Cheers
everyone.
Yep.
Collaborate and listen.